the way that goes. What I normally do is, you see the rounded part on this threshold right here. It's a loose fit. I mean, that's most of the time it's not nailed at the end. Just take that. The edge of your door jamb comes to this edge here, so that when it comes off, it's right straight across. That will center that adjustable part of that threshold. That's what this table's for, so you got some straight edges. Then like that, flush with the bottom. Alright. Mr. Hacksaw, cut that off. And then you get your chisel. Now, you've seen what we've done. We've cut this area out to where this will fit down inside there. And there again, this doesn't have to be perfect. This is all open to where when you put everything together, you can put a bead of caulk in there, really good caulk, not the cheap stuff. We need to do the other side now. Okay, got this one done. Now, this is the important part. Remember those brackets that we put at the top of our story pole? Okay, on the exterior door, always use 2, because an interior door is a little easier to trim off if you've got problems with the house settling. On a back door, this gives you a little bit more room for it to move around before you have problems. So now this is the important part. The side that your hinges are going to go on. You need to do that one first. This is the important part. Very important. Since this is the one that's going to have our hinges, this top piece needs to go on now. Flush across the top, 2 edges. First hole, second hole. One screw. Alright. Okay, we've got our door over here. We'll get our story pole, come from the end, go that way, set our hinges. Okay, we need to mount our hinge guides exactly where they go. If you remember, they go right exactly where the hinges are. Okay, you can see that we got the hinge guide right at the front of the door, right where the hinges are. That one, the middle one, and the very end one. Okay? And then of course this is a, whoops, excuse me, that's the top of the door up there, so that's the top we want to run our story pole from, going down. We're using 2 of these. Okay, got the 2 on the end. Okay, now you have to take your hinges off because you can't get your story pole on. Okay, you can see we're screwed in story pole. Onto our hinge guides. And then we're screwed in at the top to hold it in place. And we're going to take that screw out and then mount it in our jamb. Okay, slide it up to the top. There's our brackets that'll get the distance of the door down from the top. Okay. Take the store pole off. Now you have to remember, you need to make sure that when you set it, you go in there and you run a little area and then check your hinge to make sure it's the right depth. Okay, and also you can see that the bearing is far enough below the top that when it rubs against the guide, you've got plenty of bearing to where that if your router bit was longer, you know, sticking out here, your bearing would be up inside your plate and it wouldn't work. We're putting our hinge, we got the right depth. I mean, it could probably come up just a hair. We're going to call it good. Okay, before we go any farther, we need to put the hinges back on the door. We just want to put the top and the bottom, and that's it. Now we pull the hinges off the door jamb. All we need is the top and the bottom. Okay, jamb hinges, got them in there. You want to do one at the top, one at the bottom. Two drills, drill 2 holes. Two screws. Same at the top.